Pleasant greetings of this evening to all the art-loving guests,
supportive parents,
dear teachers,
and the industrious students.
and performers. We warmly welcome you all to the grade 11-12 Performance Poetry Night 2024.
ભીતરમાં ગભરાઈને પડેલા શબ્દો એટલે કાવ્ય.
કલમની કાગળ સાથે વાતચીત એટલે કાવ્ય.
મનમાં વિચારોને સ્યાહીનો રંગવારણ એટલે કાવ્ય.
મનમાં આકાર લેતી અજબ ગજબ કલ્પનાઓ એટલે કાવ્ય.
અહેસાસ અને આભાસનું વર્ણન એટલે કાવ્ય.
શબ્દોની સંતા કુકડી શબ્દો સાથે એટલે કાવ્ય.
કંઈક જોઈને અનુભવીને થતી પ્રેરણા એટલે કાવ્ય. Before we begin, we request you all to switch off your mobile phones or keep them on vibrate or silent mode. In a world of contrasting emotions, the inner voice reflects struggles, aspirations, challenging societal norms, and familial expectations. We welcome Haripriya Jadeja with a self-composed composition, My Inner Voice, which highlights the complexities of identity and the journey towards authenticity, emphasizing the fight for personal beliefs amid emotional turmoil.
I will fight. I shall speak. Stop being selfish, mother. Look around you. If you could open your eyes, perhaps you'd see my truth. When we answer your questions, you think we are being defiant. But what do we know? We're just children after all. Why? Why must everything be your way? Does it bother you that I don't want to cook? Does it bother you that I prefer not to conform? Does it bother you that I'm more inclined towards the night than the day? Or does it bother you that I'm more comfortable in rugged clothes than in dresses? Let me tell you this. Your dreams are as far-fetched as a cow soaring through the sky. No. I will cook for myself and not for some ideal family. I will wander the streets at night and find my peace. The prim and proper is not my style. I'd rather wear loose clothes and speak the truth. Because from light comes darkness, and from darkness, light. Black is not sorrowful, it's poetic. My comfort zones, they lie within me and around me. Why can't you understand that I cannot be what you want me to be? The altar in my life is a reflection of my confusion. Here, I speak the truth, from the best to the worst of myself. All that once soothed now turns to ash, from which a phoenix rises, finding peace in soft music. Bright sunrises haunt my eyes now, for I feel safe in the embrace of twilight. From a talkative woman who used to engage with all, now I'm a secluded soul. From crying over a broken toy to smiling with a broken heart. Trust is not easy. When you trust someone and they betray you, healing becomes a challenge. Like mending your cracks with gold. I thought I knew where these thoughts came from, but they revealed the conflict between me and the world. Perhaps I should just be. The mind is a safer refuge than the heart, for the heart can break, but the mind remains. Where do I go? To whom do I turn to? So many questions, yet the answers remain elusive. It's all so confusing. Now I exist in a world both seen and unseen.
Thank you, Haripriya, for sharing your powerful words. जलियांवाला बाग हत्याकांड के दौरान भीड़ में डर और निराशा का माहौल था। जब ब्रिटिश सैनिकों ने गोलियां चलानी शुरू की, सैकड़ों लोग मारे गए और घायल हुए। इस घटना ने भारतीयों में आक्रोश और विश्वासघात की गहरी भावना को जन्म दिया, जो स्वतंत्रता की ओर एक मजबूत कदम बन गया। इस त्रासदी ने अनेक परिवारों को बर्बाद कर दिया। उनके प्रियजनों की असमय मृत्यु ने पीढ़ियों पर गहरी छाप छोड़ी।
जफर साहब ने कहा है, ना इंतज़ार करो इनका ए आज़ादारो, शहीद जाते हैं जन्नत को, घर नहीं आते। इसी विचार को प्रस्तुत करने के लिए हम बुलाना चाहेंगे हेतवी कथवाड़िया को।
मैं एक दिन जलियांवाला बाग गया था। एक अलग सी बेचैनी होने लगी, जैसे मानो कोई चीख रहा हो, चिल्ला रहा हो, पुकार रहा हो, पर इतनी खामोशी में कोई दिखा नहीं चिल्लाते हुए। चलते चलते मैं एक दीवार के पास पहुंचा। वहां गोलियों के निशान थे। वहां से फुसफुसाने की आवाज आ रही थी, जैसे मानो कोई बात करना चाहता हो। पहले निशान से एक औरत की आवाज आई, जो हड़बड़ाकर अपने बेटे के बारे में पूछ रही थी। सुनो, तुम मेरे बेटे के बारे में कुछ जानते हो क्या? वो तो अब तक बहुत बड़ा हो गया होगा। हाँ, इतना शरारती भी नहीं होगा जितना हुआ करता था। अभी तक तो उसकी शादी भी हो चुकी होगी और तुम्हारे जितना बड़ा बेटा भी होगा। मेरा पोता होगा। छोड़ो, तुम मेरे बेटे के बारे में कुछ भी जानते हो तो बस मुझे बता देना। माँ की आवाज में जब फिक्र होती है तो अपनी माँ सी लगती है। तो मैंने तुरंत हाँ कह दिया। फिर थोड़ा आगे गया तो एक आवाज आई, सुनो, माँ क्या आज भी उतने ही उत्साह से सवाल पूछती है या फिर थोड़ी निराश होने लगी है? उसकी आवाज सुन के ऐसा लगा कि उस निशान से मेरा रिश्ता भी टूट गया। देखो, उनको बताना मत कि मैं भी यहाँ पे हूँ। भोली है बेचारी, रो देगी। आपको फिक्र करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं, बस जवाब मत देना उनको। उस सवाल के साथ ही वो खुश रहेगी। दीवार के बीचों बीच एक शायर था, जो कह रहा था कि त्योहार में रंग तो बहुत सारे देखे थे मैंने, पर उन सबको एक होता हुआ कभी नहीं देखा था। जब इतनी सांसें रुकती है तो क्या हवा के रुख में भी फर्क दिखता है? क्या वो चलती है सौंधी सौंधी सी, या फिर उसमें भी तूफान दिखता है? उस दिन सड़कें सुनसान ही थी या फिर जलजला उठा था कोई इंसाफ के लिए? अरे किसान तो फसलें भी देख देख के काटते हैं। ये तो गोलियां थी, अंधाधुन क्यों चलाई उन्होंने? सबसे ज्यादा दिल छीनने वाली बात तो आखिरी निशान ने की। एक आदमी हंसा जा रहा था। जब मैंने पूछा कि क्यों हंस रहे हो, तो कहने लगा कि मैं उस दिन आजाद भारत के नारे लगा रहा था, गीत गा रहा था। आज तुम गाओगे तो गोलियां नहीं चलेगी, इसलिए हंस रहा हूं। पर तुम क्यों नहीं हंसे? मैं कोई जवाब ही नहीं दे पाया। जब दीवार बात करती है और आप चुप हो जाओ, तो मन में एक सवाल उठता है कि दरअसल मरा कौन?
धन्यवाद हेतवी, हमें इस यादगार इतिहास से रूबरू कराने के लिए। We tend to normalize obstacles quickly, since we are used to facing them pretty often in our lives. This habit of ours blinds us from the obstacle of love. न जाने किस तरह का इश्क कर रहे हैं हम, जिसके हो नहीं सकते उसी के हो रहे हैं हम. Medakshi Radadiya presents a self-written poem, Pestilential Love, a powerful reminder of the resilience and courage required to confront and overcome toxic dynamics in various aspects of life. आज इस विचार को और अधिक स्पष्टता से समझने के लिए एक लघु कहानी और संगीत के साथ प्रस्तुत है Pestilential Love.
It was the crisp autumn day when Julie first laid eyes on Jason in the park. He was sitting under a tree, absorbed in his book, an enigmatic aura surrounding him that made her heart race. Their names clinging together like a wind chime. It was a dream for Julie, filled with laughter and shared interests. The weeks soon turned into a blossoming era of what she believed to be love. At first, Jason's intensity thrilled her. His chivalry, his affection, she craved for his attention. 3 months into the relationship, she felt this wind chime break, and its pieces sinking into her feet, making her unable to move. The same blood that used to give her life mutated into something darker. Jealousy surfaced over Jason as he began checking her phone to save her from any bad, influential friends. At first, she found this flattering. However, this soon eroded into a cycle of control and anxiety.
I just wanna watch TV. I'll stay in the pool and drown, so I don't have to watch you leave.
One evening, Julie made plans with her friends for a movie night, excited to reconnect with the laughter and camaraderie she cherished. But when Jason learned about her plans, he lashed out, accusing her of choosing her friends over him. His harsh words echoed in her mind as she canceled on her friends, hoping to appease him. A painful pattern emerged. Jason's affection transformed into emotional manipulation. Julie became increasingly isolated. Her phone conversations with friends dwindled, replaced by arguments born from Jason's mounting insecurities. Every word cut like a knife. Yet, she remained tethered to this fate that she agreed to surrender. She surrenders. Yet, in depths of despair, a flicker of realization began to ignite. One night, as she sat in her dimly lit room, scrolling through messages of her love that now felt suffocating, a moment of clarity washed over her. She thought about her friends, the laughter, the support, and the vibrant life she once led. She realized that the love she had once embraced was, in truth, pestilential, breeding guilt, fear, and self-doubt instead of joy. This maze of despair, woven with his insecurities and her love, made it impossible for her to escape. This makes me question, women. Is this how we build stories? Is this how we change lives? Because I don't think so. This message
is to all men and women. Don't let this pestilence disembark you. Take time, heal yourself, self-reflect and get out of this mindset. No one's coming. Don't let the rage, insecurities, inner conflicts, guilt get to you. It is you and only you who can change your life.
Thank you, Medakshi, for shedding light on the courage needed in love. We often hear about the pressure to be perfect. Society tells us to be flawless, but the price of perfection can be our own happiness. What happens when that pressure comes from those closest to us? Sana Abhichandani presents Perfect by Maya Mayer, which dives deep into the struggles between expectations and self-acceptance.
Is there something wrong with you? A loose screw or two that ruins your ability to function? Why are you always so tired? Your life is uninspired and small. All you do is sprawl on the couch with outstretched limbs like a sloth in slow motion. Where is your devotion to succeed, Maya? Did it drift out of your window with the smoke of your weed? Do I need to force feed you discipline till you finally concede? I cook and I clean and I don't stop till the soles of my feet bleed. But I'm fine. I'm perfect. Be perfect, Maya. Be perfect like me. Stop wearing those god-awful rib pants and that lipstick like a whore with double D implants. You only get one chance. Stop acting like a cat with 9 lives left. Stop committing yourselves to songs and stories and spoken slam bullshit. In a world where degrees and PhDs impede the need for poetry. And stop chewing on your nails. No wonder you never attracted any males. Why do you do that? Do you like their taste? Are they sweet? You can't eat sweets, Maya. You're ruining your teeth like you're ruining your life. My teeth are perfect, clean and pristine. They gleam like the golden halo above my perfectly conditioned hair. I don't need sugar, Maya. I am above sugar. Why are you down here, Maya? Why are you down here when you need to be up here with the ones who have a promising career, who listen when information goes into one ear and doesn't come out the other? You'll never be up here. You act as if the act of listening is the crime, or you'd have heard me the 666th time I told you to stop chewing on your nails. Stop chewing on your nails like a goddamn piece of trash. You can't be trash, Maya. You have to be perfect. Be perfect like me. You disappoint me, Maya. You never appreciate what I do for you. You never try to be a winner. You never eat your dinner. You never eat your dinner that I consistently provide for you. As I constantly remind you of the life I set aside for you. That meal doesn't pay for itself. I don't care if it's ideal. Stop telling me how you feel. You need to eat it. Eat it all at a reasonable time with a glass of milk. You need milk, Maya. You need calcium like you need a catalyst for growth. You'll never grow to be tall, Maya. Be tall like me. I drink my milk, Maya. Drink your damn milk. You need to pay more attention, Maya. Stop the daydreaming, Maya. Stop staring at the ceiling as if your one redeeming quality lies hidden in the plaster. You need to organize your life. Your life is a disaster. Just like your room, just like your teeth, just like your future, which will soon come to an end if you do not put down that pen. You need to stop writing, Maya. Your life is not a book. Stop giving me that look. I'm just trying to help you, Maya. I'm just trying to love you, Maya. I'm just trying to love you. You need to let me love you, Maya, so that you can be perfect. Perfect like me.
Thank you, Sana, for reminding us of the courage it takes to be authentic. We clamor for great wins, but often overlook small victories. Isn't this what we all do? While celebrating the everyday achievements of women, it is a reminder that every small win matters and deserves recognition. Let us embrace these moments of joy and empowerment, for they shape our journeys and inspire us to keep moving forward. Krishna Shingala presents Choti Khushia by Saini Raj as a celebration of these little moments.
घर से निकलते ही कुछ दूर चलते ही आटे दाल का भाव पता चल जाता है। बेटा बेटा जब मन चाहे चला जाए, बेटी के आने जाने पर आज भी समाज सवाल उठाता है। पर कुछ घर ऐसे भी होते हैं जहाँ बेटी को ससुराल नहीं, अपने सपनों की ओर विदा किया जाता है। खुद से मिलकर खुद को जानने का अवसर दिया जाता है। To all the daughters who leave their homes to make a nest elsewhere, to study, to earn and to learn the big beautiful world out there. The ones pursuing goals bigger than the set expectations, breaking stereotypes, a walking contradiction. This poem is for you from the bottom of my heart. Everyone doesn't need to get you, you are like a modern art. खुद का टिफिन बनाकर खुद को ऑफिस ले जाती हो, दिन भर काम करके जब थक कर घर आती हो, रात को वीडियो कॉल पर माँ को दिलासा दिलाती हो। सब ठीक चल रहा है माँ, पूरी कोशिश कर रही हूँ। दुनिया की शोर को अनसुना कर अपने सपनों की ओर बढ़ रही हूँ। Do you realize how many girls out there take inspiration from you? But you never give yourself credit when credit's due. You work round the clock like your hands are stuck on it and then brush it off by saying, "It's not much, I'm just doing my bit." We teach our daughters to hide their wins. नजर लग जाती है, पर बरकत भी तो बुलाने पर ही घर आती है। So let's change the narrative, shall we? Overcoming small hurdles is still victory, don't you see? I believe we must celebrate every small win on the way. If it wasn't for the small wins, we'd never get by our day-to-day. So instead of adding the small wins to eventual bigger goal, why can't we celebrate them as whole? तुमने कल चांद सी गोल रोटी बनाई थी स्पेन के नक्शे बनाने के बाद। तुम कहोगी इसमें कोई बड़ी बात नहीं, पर मेहनत की रोटी में था एक्स्ट्रा स्वाद। तुमने पहली सैलरी से पहला राशन भर दिया, घर की बड़ी बेटी होने का फर्ज अदा कर दिया। फक्र सबको है तुम पर, तुम्हारे अलावा खुद पर गर्व करना हमेशा नहीं होता दिखावा। So I urge you to take some time out for yourself and ponder over the consequences of every little step that has made you capable of buying your own ring. Instead of waiting and waiting and waiting for life to bring your own ideal match, you became your own catch. उम्मीद है अंत में सब अच्छा होगा, पूरी होगी हर दिल की आस। मंजिल भी पास नजर आएगी अगर थामोगी तुम छोटी खुशियों का हाथ। उम्मीद है अंत में सब अच्छा होगा, पूरी होगी हर दिल की आस। मंजिल भी पास नजर आएगी अगर थामोगी तुम छोटी खुशियों का हाथ। So let's wear our wins on our sleeves and work to achieve some more. The only way forward is to believe that our little dreams are worth striving for.
धन्यवाद कृष्णा उन छोटी छोटी खुशियों की सुंदरता को प्रस्तुत करने के लिए। We cannot deny the harsh realities faced by women in a world marred by violence and fear, particularly the pervasive issue of sexual assault. resulting in anguish, resilience, and courage of those affected. Hirva Vegad's self-written poem, I Imagine Myself, is a reflection on the complexities of society and the pursuit of agency in an often unpredictable world. This rendition attempts at capturing the struggles of women and the societal conditions that contribute to a sense of insecurity.
My friend once asked me,
Do you feel safe?
I said, what kind of question that is? What do you mean if I ever felt safe? He said,
Do you ever feel safe surrounded by men?
well, I had never thought about that. So, I imagined myself. Kolkata. I imagine myself being a doctor in Kolkata, barely having eaten any food and functioning in the absence of shower. I imagine myself in a shift of 36 hours. Delhi. I imagine myself going on a bus at late at night, riding myself home after watching the movie Life of Pi, and there I saw 6 men standing in my line of sight. Andhra Pradesh. I imagine myself wearing a little pink dress with a diaper on, a man, so-called my uncle, carrying me across the hall, and I imagine myself, the little dress being torn off, with nothing in my hand except a ragged doll. Bilkis Banno. I imagine myself walking down the village with my whole family. I imagine myself being 5 months pregnant and feeling safe while wearing a burqa, which was when I saw 30 men in front of me, their hands full with sickles and talwar. I imagine myself being a doctor in Kolkata. I imagine myself in Delhi being a girl called Nirbhaya. I imagine myself in Andhra Pradesh being a little girl of 6 months old, and I imagine myself with a case as horrible as Bilkis Banno's. I imagine myself in every age, every caste, every religion, every race to find a solution for not being a case in which every 1 in 5 women gets raped. I imagine myself in every city, every temple, every dress, every church. I imagine myself in every situation, but then laugh at myself when I realized I forgot to remember that in the end, I was still a girl. So, do I feel safe? I don't know how to answer that question quite. The solution of me being safe as long as I'm alive, so maybe I'm safe for being dead. When my limbs would have stopped working and when the blood no longer rushes under my veins, maybe I would be safer with my name printed on the grave. Shh! Did you forget? Whispered the heart. You are nowhere safe as long as you entail a genitalia and a pair of breasts. You are nothing in the eyes of men, nothing except an object. The celebrity, Marilyn Monroe to be exact, was assaulted by a group of men long after she was declared dead. These are not the hands that have touched me. These are all the eyes watching me with their lustful gazes as I'm riding my bicycle going to the tuition. These are all the thoughts those men have thought, the things I imagine doing with me. The smokes as I gaze up and down at me, I can feel it. I can feel their thoughts even though they are standing right there. Their nails catching my thighs and their fingers cupping my breast. Don't touch me, don't touch me. Don't look at me, don't think about me. Stop, please, I'm begging you. Please
Hello.
stop.
So, do you feel safe?
Safe. How do I feel safe? I replied, when I don't even know what being set free feels like.
Thank you, Hirva, for shedding light on the strength needed to face such brutally harsh realities. Once in a world filled with both pain and hope, there lived Nia Jones. Her words were like a warm hug, reminding us that healing is a journey, not just a destination. Just as the great Sufi poet Rumi said,
The wound is the place where the light enters you.
the journey helps to mend our broken pieces, allowing us to embrace hope and strength. Haley Dave shares Nayo's heartfelt poem, Healing. Let's open our hearts and immerse ourselves in its emotions, remembering that through our struggles, we can find light and renewal.
I had a therapist tell me once, it was ironic how much love I gave out because I didn't give much to myself. She laughed, like self-love was a sick joke. I chuckled, then cried at home. I had someone tell me once I could not love anyone else until I learned to love myself. This time, I got to laugh. This time, the sick joke was mine. It was me. Might as well wait forever. I remember hating myself at the age of 7. Journals filled to the brim with criticisms. By 8, I had enough pages to stitch them into wings, to fly close enough to the sun to feel my tears turn to steam, felt the wax burn on my shoulders and mold into thick skin. I was 9 when I wanted to die. 13 when I found a solution. Figured if I could cut my legs enough, gravity would let me go. When it did, I tied a pillowcase around my neck, twisting it like the rope swings I knew so well from childhood, heard my heartbeat pound in my ears like a warning drum. Then fade. I'd almost convinced myself I'd done it. When I started writing, I smeared my blood on every page to remind myself that everything beautiful has a consequence. I'd hoped to store the clotting long enough to give myself to the craft and let myself go. I have died. I have died so many times. So when I told you that loving you almost makes life worth it,
could never give myself and putting it to good use. It is reminding myself that if someone can love a dying thing this way, can hold the Lazarus of my body and give thanks for the way it holds back, if someone can kiss the scars, administer the pills, absorb the bad days, and wake up smiling next to me, then I can try to breathe again. Because self-love does not always come first, or second, or even ever. But your love be the guardrail on the ledge, be the drawers that hide all of the sharp things, be the body that carries my collapsed frame into bed, be the flowers you bought. Because even though they are dying too, they still dance. Love will not heal me, will not wipe my slate of a body clean. I will always be a woman of wounds, of rope-marked neck and melted skin. Love will not heal me, but it will hold my hand if I ever heal myself. And maybe teach me a joke that I can stay alive long enough to laugh at. I love you. I love you enough to want to love myself too.
Thank you, Haley, for reminding us that healing is a journey towards renewal. कृष्ण और सुदामा की कहानी तो हम सभी जानते हैं, लेकिन हम ये नहीं जानते कि शुरू में सुदामा बिल्कुल भी मथुरा नहीं जाना चाहते थे। उनकी पत्नी ने उन्हें मनाया और इस तरह कृष्ण और सुदामा की कहानी सामने आई। तो आइए खुशी बोरानिया और दर्शिनी राठौड़ के साथ भगवान कृष्ण से मिलने जाने से पहले सुदामा और उनकी पत्नी के बीच हुई बातचीत को वैष्णवी शर्मा द्वारा लिखित कहान सुदामा बापुरो प्रस्तुत करने के लिए आमंत्रित करते हैं।
कभी विप्र सुदामा पत्नी को है सखा कृष्ण बतलाया था। गुरुकुल में जब वह पढ़ते थे, हरि ने उन्हें मीत बतलाया था। यह भी बोला था कि कृष्ण मेरे बचपन से ही है परम मित्र। अब भी प्रतिपल छाया रहता मानस पर एक रमणीय चित्र। अब तो द्वारका के धीश है वे, अब तो द्वारका के धीश है वे, राजाओं में बड़ राजा है। केशव नरेश जनपालक न्यायी धर्मी महाराजा है।
यह बात बताए बीत गए कई वर्ष, माह, सप्ताह, दिवस, पर आज सुदामा पत्नी ने एक प्रश्न किया जिज्ञासावश। एक बात नाथ बतलाओ तो, क्या श्याम अभी भी तेरे यार? अब भी है स्नेही वैसे ही, क्या वैसा ही है अमिट प्यार?
धीरे स्वर में ब्राह्मण बोला, प्रिय पूछ रही हो क्यों ऐसे? मुझे आशा है, विश्वास भी है, मेरे कान्हा आज भी है वैसे। वे नाथ हमारे मीत सखा, भगवान भाव भय भक्ति है। मेरी पूजा वे, आराधन वे, मधुसूदन जीवन शक्ति है।
यदि रुष्ट ना हूँ एक बात कहूँ, यदि रुष्ट ना हूँ एक बात कहूँ, तुम क्यों ना द्वारिका को जाओ? प्रिय मित्र भी है और राजा भी, कुछ कान्हा जी से ले आओ।
क्या कहती हो मेरी भाग्यवान, श्री कृष्ण द्वारे पर जाऊं? अब तक की बनी मित्रता को मिट्टी में मिश्रित कराऊं? जिस दिन मित्र बने मंगता, मित्रता उसी दिन करे अंत। कभी भूल के ऐसा ना करिए, प्रतिदिन समझाए सभी संत। जो बात मुझे ही ना भाए, वो मन को क्या समझाऊंगा। कुछ भी हो जाए लेकिन मैं द्वारका कभी न जाऊंगा।
स्वामी, बच्चे भूखे रहते हैं, कभी दिन भर तो कभी दो दो दिन। उन्हें पानी पिला सुला देती, भोजन के एक दाने के बिन। मैं स्वयं रहूं भूखी कितनी, मुझे सब अवसाद सुहाता है। संतान का दुख दारुण लगता, प्रतिदिन यह हृदय भर जाता है। वैसे भी भिक्षा मांगे हम, कभी इस घर में कभी उस घर। एक बार कृष्ण से ले ले यदि, मिट जाए जाना दर दर में। राजा यदि थोड़ा भी देगा, और उसे कई गुना होगा। कुछ दिन तो सुख से निकलेंगे, आगे जो होना है होगा।
पहले तो सुदामा पत्नी पर हुआ रुष्ट बहुत और खींच गया। कई बार चिरौरी करने से एक पति का हृदय पसीज गया। है पता कि बहुत गरीबी है पता कि बहुत गरीबी है। तुम निस्दिन विपदा सहती हो, वैसा ही करूँगा अब आगे, जैसा जैसा तुम कहती हो। एक काम करो, कहीं कैसे भी कुछ चावल मांग के ले आना। राजा बेटी साधु के घर, चाहिए नहीं खाली हाथ जाना।
अगले दिन निकट पड़ोसन से कुछ चावल मांग के ले आई। भरतार को अपने विदा किया, वसुधा मन में कुछ हर्ष आई। ब्राह्मण पत्नी के मन में आज कुछ कम लगती थी दैन्य तपन। श्री कृष्ण करेंगे अनुकंपा, जग गई आस और कई सपन।
पथ पूछ पुछित पहुँच गया, श्री कृष्ण कृपा से कृष्ण महल। हरि भक्त सुदामा वहाँ खड़ा, जिस द्वार पर पहरी रहे टहल। रखवालों का अभिवादन कर और नीच परिचय बतलाया। हे द्वारपाल, हरि से कह दो, उनसे मिलने एक ब्राह्मण आया। मेरा नाम सुदामा पांडे है, श्री कृष्ण हमारे परम सखा। बड़ी दूर से मिलने आया हूँ, कृपया कह दो जो मैंने कहा।
इत कृष्ण भागते मित्र और, उत विप्र लौटता बिना मिले। तभी कृष्ण पुकारे सुनो सखा, दौड़े आए और लगे गले, दौड़े आए और लगे गले।
धन्यवाद खुशी और दर्शनी इस अद्भुत कहानी को जीवित करने के लिए। क्या होता है जब एक पिता और एक बेटे के बीच मीलों की दूरी बस कुछ शब्दों में बयां की जाए? क्या कुछ बातें अधूरी रह जाती है उस छोटे से बालक के मन में, जो उम्र के बढ़ने के साथ ज्वालामुखी का रूप लेकर उभरती है, पर अंत में जब प्यार का मतलब समझ आता है, उस उम्र में सारे गिले शिकवे भूलकर दिल अपने आप ही माफी देने की ओर आगे बढ़ता है।
Kanan Ranpara brings to you light beyond shadows, reflecting on how a toxic relationship between a father and a son, after holding on to years of pent-up anger, is overcome by forgiveness that comes with maturity and realization of love.
Hey Dad, it's my 5th birthday party tomorrow. And this year, I think I'm getting an ice cream cake. Do you like ice cream cake? Will I leave you a slice? Love you, Brandon. Hey Dad, it's my 10th birthday party next week. And when I woke up this morning, the first thing Mom said was, dang, you look just like your dad. Maybe that is why my reflection is so unfamiliar sometimes. Anyways, I really hope you can make it to the party this year. I miss you a lot. All right, well, I'll see you at the party. Hopefully. Sincerely, Brandon. Hey, Tyrone. I just turned 16 years old today. So about a week ago, I thought about inviting you to my birthday party this year because all the kids at school always ask me if you're going to make it, and I always end up telling them that you're out of town. Now, Mama told me to stop lying so much, but technically you are out of town, so I guess I wasn't really lying, because what's a little half-truth when you've only ever known half your roots? I am tired of sticking up for you. I am tired of all these sleepless nights. I am tired of coming up with excuses for your absence. I am tired of trying to rebuild my self-image into something that you would consider to be beautiful. I am tired of trying to earn the title of being called your son as if it wasn't my birthright. So you know what, Dad or Tyrone or whatever the hell you are, I am done, because all I ever wanted was for you to acknowledge my existence. But despite my persistence, I haven't even met resistance, just absence, and I hate the fact that I still want you here. But I am done, honestly. I am done being a part of the delusion, the idea that you, or Mirage, could alleviate my confusion. I don't need you. I never did. This is my last letter to you, Tyrone. Goodbye. Dear Tyrone, for 25 years, I cried in the pillow sheets, wondering why you left me, wondering what could I have done to have earned your love, or that how did I push you so far away? Your absence, like a flame, found home in the kindling of my insecurities, and my mind became a wildfire. And as I ascended in age, my soul turned to rage because I wanted to move on. But I simply couldn't turn the page. Or I didn't want to, because somehow being angry at you still made me feel close to you. And despite our lack of history, Tyrone, I have come to learn that pain, like secrets, can only control you if you hold them within. So I've laid my vows down at the altar of Christ just so I could tell you that I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you so that I can finally be free, no longer shackled by my misery, because this is so much bigger than just you and me. This right here is generational healing, because I'm getting married soon. And I want our first chapter together to be started off on the right page, with you by my side as I marry my bride, because Tyrone, for the first time ever, I can finally say that I love you. And I actually mean it. So will you please be there on my biggest day ever? Sincerely your son, Brandon. Dad?
Thank you, Kanan, for highlighting the power of forgiveness.
जो अस्तित्व के सायों से परे है,
जो रोशनी के उजालों से परे है, वो है अंधेरा। अंधेरा जो हमें एक अलग ही आज़ादी का अनुभव कराता है।
अंधेरा जो हमें परफेक्शन और समाज के दबाव से मुक्त करता है।
ये कविता अपनी खामियों का जश्न मनाती है,
ये याद दिलाते हुए कि वो भी हमारी पहचान का एक अहम हिस्सा है।
अंधेरे में हम अपने इनसिक्योरिटीज को अनदेखा कर सकते हैं
और अपने इम्परफेक्शंस की सुंदरता को दिल भर के निहार सकते हैं।
तो आइए जुड़ते हैं इस सफर में,
अंधेरे की गहराई में ताकत और आत्मस्वीकृति पाने यशवी नैना के साथ।
वजह ही बदनाम है क्योंकि अंधेरे को हमेशा नेगेटिविटी का सिंबल माना गया है कि अंधेरा बेवजह ही बदनाम है। मुझे रोशनी ज्यादा मनहूस लगती है। अंधेरा नींद मुकम्मल करता है, रोशनी कसकर आंखों में चुभती है। मुझसे रोशनी में लिखा भी नहीं जाता। हर्फ दिखते हैं, लफ्ज दिखते हैं, स्याही कलम और कागज दिखते हैं, कोई जज्बात मगर नजर ही नहीं आता। रोशनी में अश्क बेझिझक बहते नहीं, होठ फर्जी मुस्काते हैं। कोई देख ना ले इस रोशनी में हम जख्म सबसे छिपाते हैं, नहीं जाते किसी की नजरों तक। ये जख्म ये दर्द अंधेरे में है रहता बेपर्दा बेखौफ आजाद। मेरा हर मर्ज अंधेरे में। मुझे रात पसंद है, मुझे रात पसंद है, हुकूक से उस पर बैठा। मुझे चांद का हर दाग पसंद है। और लोग कहते हैं कि हर चीज की ना एक डेफिनेशन, एक परिभाषा होती है। तो अगर तुमसे कोई पूछे कि अंधेरे की क्या डेफिनेशन है, अंधेरा है क्या भला? अंधेरा सच है मेरा, मेरे कमरे और कल्ब का हालात है। अंधेरा गुमशुदा जज्बात है, बीत गया उस कल के जैसा और अंधेरा आज है। ये आसमान तो नीला ही है कि अंधेरा कोई परवाज है उन परिंदों की जो कमर से जा टकरा गए, उसे ले आने की इश्तियाक में फिर टूट कर घर आ गए, आधा बनकर, या यूं कहूं कि मेरे महबूब का वादा बनकर। अंधेरा खास है, एक तन्हा भीड़ है ख्वाबों की, तन्हाई का एहसास भी है, पर अंधेरा तन्हाई का साथ भी है। अंधेरा एक अकेला बच्चा है जो खौफ खाता नहीं ज़र्ब से किसी, एक अकेला बच्चा जिसे गिरकर चोट खाने का डर नहीं। कि अंधेरा एक अकेला बच्चा है जो खौफ खाता नहीं ज़र्ब से किसी, जो डरता नहीं है भीड़ से, जो लड़ता नहीं रोशनी के तीर से, जबकि वो आर पार जाती है इसके सीने के ठीक बीच से, इसने हिम्मत सी की तरह। अंधेरे की जुर्रत, मुझसे पूछो। सीने में काला दिल है इसके और मुद्दत से था नहीं, काला हुआ है वो। वजह ये रही कि इसने मोहब्बत सी की। कितना पाक है अंधेरा, हर जगह हर सतह से एक जैसा। तुम गौर से देखो कितना साफ है अंधेरा। तकसीर जफा रंज में डूबा हुआ, जुल्मत में लथपथ बेहद भद्दा है, पर सच्चा है अंधेरा। जैसा भी है रोशनी से तो अच्छा है अंधेरा। और लोग तो कई बार ये भी कहते हैं कि खुद की शैडो तक देखने के लिए तुम्हें रोशनी की ज़रूरत होती है, कि अंधेरे में तो तुम्हारा साया तक तुम्हारा साथ छोड़ देता है। तो हाँ, अंधेरे में मेरी परछाई नहीं, हूबहू मुझे मैं खुद नजर आती हूँ। अंधेरा आईना है, अंधेरा आईना है, मेरा अक्स दिखता है मुझको अंधेरे में। सब खरोंचे बदन पर नंगी रहती हैं, कमरे की गंदी दीवारें गंदी रहती है, रंगनी नहीं पड़ती।
मगर पोशीदा कुछ भी नहीं रहता अंधेरे में, रोशनी में तो दरिंदगी भी नकली सी शराफत से रंगी रहती है। अंधेरे में अश्क छिपाने नहीं पड़ते, चेहरे से शिकस्त के धब्बे मिटाने नहीं पड़ते। जो हूँ वो मैं हूँ अंधेरे में, मुझे नकाब लगाने नहीं पड़ते। अंधेरे में मुझे नकाब लगाने नहीं पड़ते।
धन्यवाद यशवी इम्परफेक्शंस की सुंदरता को प्रस्तुत करने के लिए।
In the depths of our emotions, the struggle with despair can feel isolating and overwhelming.
This poem explores the complex journey of someone grappling with suicidal thoughts, capturing the interplay of sorrow and fleeting hope.
Through vivid imagery and raw reflection, it seeks to illuminate the darkness while acknowledging the yearning for light.
Kiana Wasa takes us through a range of emotions including disbelief, despair, anger, and regret, as she presents a self-written poem, No Regrets.
I looked into the mirror. The devil stared back at me. He asked me,
No regrets?
and I couldn't disagree. He asked me.
No regrets?
So I agreed with glee. With blood on my hands and hate in my blood, I spit some from my mouth because I was a boiling flood. I thought if I had, my blood would run cold. But it didn't come. Now I yearn for more. My head filled with adrenaline, my heart filled with joy. I took my revenge, but I wish I had toyed. I enjoyed every second, but she loved it a little more. And maybe the please was addressed towards the door. He asked me.
No regrets?
But it wasn't him who had lured. He asked me.
No regrets?
But I had planned for even more. I took my revenge, but it didn't come. He asked me.
No regrets?
But now I wish that I had tortured her some more. Higher than the clouds, more than any white line stake. I could have a bottle of wine, but that wouldn't be my only mistake. I smile back at the girl, and she knows it too, that she's been the bad one. Her reflection knows that blue, that it was too late. He asked me.
No regrets?
And I couldn't say no because that was my fate. Another rancid chuckle that leaves my bloody lips as the blood trickles down my arms and it drains down the sink. It's only human nature that I wish she had screamed, that her sounds fill me with gore more than any scars I'd leave. I say my last goodbyes, knowing I'll always come back. He asked me.
Still no regrets?
And this time I didn't lie.
Thank you, Kiana, for bravely sharing such a personal and impactful piece.
Rudy Francisco's poem, Rifle, hits like a bullet, sharp and unflinching. In this powerful piece, Francisco dissects the weight of violence, the legacy of a weapon passed down through generations, and its haunting impact on identity and survival.
With his signature blend of vulnerability and raw intensity, Rifle forces us to confront the brutal realities we inherit and the choices we make to break free.
Rayan Mehta delivers Francisco's words
with precision, making Rifle a chilling exploration of trauma, history, and resilience.
And the article says the Mexican government confiscates approximately 30,000 illegal firearms per year. When the guns are taken, they get dismantled, and the metal is used to make other types of weapons that will later be utilized by the military. In 2012, Pedro Reyes, an artist from Mexico City, convinced his government to donate the guns to him, and he turned them into musical instruments. So somewhere there's a tambourine, a drum set, a guitar, all made by things that were used to take people's lives. But now they create a sound that puts back life into people's bodies, which is, you say, a weapon will always be a weapon, but we choose how we fight the war. And from this I learned that even the most destructive instruments can still create a melody worth dancing to. And sometimes, don't we also call that a battle? I wonder how long it took to convince the first rifle that it can hold a note instead of a bullet, but still fire into a crowd and make everyone move. When I was 6, I was taught how to throw a punch. And in the 80s, that was the anti-bullying movement. I remember one of my friends taking a yo mama joke a little too far. I remember my training, so I turned his nose into a fountain, my fist 5 pennies, I closed my eyes, I made a wish, I came home with bloody knuckles, and it was the first piece of artwork my family hung on the fridge. I remember staring at my hands, in the same way you stare at a test when all your answers are correct. I didn't know what class this was, but I did know I was passing, and isn't that what masculinity has become? A bunch of dudes afraid of their own feeling, terrified of any emotion but anger, yelling at the shadows on the wall, but still haven't realized that we're the ones standing in front of the light. We learn how to dodge and jab. We learn how to step in before we swing. We learn that the heart is the same size as the fist, but we keep forgetting that they don't have the same functions. We keep telling each other to man up, and we don't know what that even means. We turn our boys into bayonets, we point them in the wrong direction, we pull their triggers, and then just ignore all the damage they're doing in the distance. The word repurpose. The word repurpose. The word repurpose means to take an object and give it amnesia. It means to make something forget what it's trained to do, so you can use it for a better reason. I am learning that this body is not a shotgun. I am learning that this body is not a pistol. I am learning that a man is not defined by what he can destroy. I am learning that the person who only knows how to fight can only communicate in violence, and that shouldn't be anyone's first language. I am learning that the only difference between a garden and a graveyard is what you choose to put in the ground. You see, once I came across a picture of a strange-looking violin. The caption said it was made out of a rifle. And I thought to myself, someday that could be me. Thank you.
Thank you, Rian, for your compelling performance that challenges us to reflect on the effects of violence.
बस बस।
कुछ जाना पहचाना सा लगा।
तब आइए कदम रखें एक सुपर वुमेन के जीवन के तूफान में।
मैं कभी नहीं कहती, मैं कभी नहीं कहती।
ये कैसी बात? नहीं का मतलब नहीं ही तो होता है, कह देना चाहिए।
दैनिक उथल पुथल की मूर्खताओं से निपटना, करियर, परिवार और स्वयं को संभालने की अंतहीन अपेक्षाओं को खोलना और इस सब के बीच पूर्णता का मुखौटा बनाए रखने की कोशिश करना और फिर खुद ही अपने हाँ कहने के विचार को चुनौती देना।
नहीं को नहीं कहोगे तो सच्चाई को तो चुनौती देनी ही पड़ेगी ना।
आई नेवर से नो, एक आकर्षक प्रस्तुति जो अब वैनिशा पटेल द्वारा की जाएगी।
Once the day starts, it starts. I stumble my way to the shower, eyes barely open. I open my laptop to review the notes for the day.
दीदी, आज खाने में क्या बनाऊं?
Haven't thought of lunch. It'll have to be Bindi today. He hates Bindi. He? Who's hogging the bathroom right now? Hey, you tell me why men take so much time in the bathroom? Huh? Hurry up!
Why are you screaming so early in the morning?
He comes out at last, asks me, why am I in such a rush? Why am I in such a rush? He forgot. He just forgot my appraisal that I've been stressing on for about 2 whole weeks. Everything is riding on this. All my hard work. Finally, I could be getting a decent promotion. Finally, I'll be able to take some time out, or it gets worse. I get a promotion and even more responsibilities and even less sleep. Yes, we'll have a bigger income, yes, but those hints won't remain hints anymore. Time to get pregnant, time to have a baby, time to put your career on hold. No, don't get me wrong. I have a great set of friends, family, great in-laws even. My mother-in-law, she's obsessed with me. She's not like your evil, stereotypical bahu-hating saas from the serials. No. You know, once we came back from a family wedding and she wouldn't stop gushing about me to her friends. Oh, she's so efficient. She does everything so beautifully. She never says no. She does everything without complaining, ever. She's great with kids, huh? You'd be such a good mother. Just do it now. She never says no. Couldn't get that out of my head. Do I really never say no? The other day, I suggested cancelling our Sunday gardening, and I could feel the disappointment in her voice travel through the phone line. Although I was exhausted and could have used some Sunday morning sleep, but there I was, planting some basil seeds. Because I never say no. Maybe I don't want to disappoint anyone. Then,
So now I'm
I'm stuck, tending to other people's expectations every day. I can't help but think that these people are trying to project their idea of perfection onto me. I don't want to be this perfection ki murti standing on this unrealistic mountain of hype. I'm tired and guilty, bloody hell. Is guilt the essence of womanhood? You know, this constant oscillation between guilt and exhaustion and guilt. If I do it all,
I'm exhausted. If I don't do it, I'm guilty.
When I was growing up,
my parents used to say this to me: you can do it all. But what if I don't want to do it all? What if I want to lay there in bed, not for an extra 5 minutes, but all day long, surrounded by pillows, held up by clouds. Can just someone answer the damn door?
Amazon parcel.
What does he keep ordering anyways? A power bank? I'm the one who is running on 5% battery, charging myself here, charging myself there, barely coming up to 10% before I have to leave the charging station again. Apparently, nothing gets done without me. I'm the only firefighter in the house, putting out one fire at a time. Ironically, I'm the only one who is burned out. Putting out one fire, wearing another hat. Putting out another fire, wearing another hat. Putting in another fire, wearing another hat. Putting in another fire, wearing another hat. Fire hat, 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 fire. Oh no, I'm spiraling again. I'm not supposed to spiral. I'm supposed to manage things before this spiral. I'm supposed to control everything. I'm supposed to be cool, collected, composed, present, focused, and zen. I want to feel zen, want to feel joy, happiness, calmness. You know, I can't remember the last time I laughed. I laughed straight from the gut. You know, a deep, cackling, pot-belly laugh. I'll try again. Sounded like a witch. I'm tired of being this superwoman. I don't want to keep saying yes and yes and yes my entire life. I don't have to say yes to anyone except to myself. I don't have to say yes to prove that I'm worth it. Start saying no. You can say no. Try it. Try it.
Do you want to grow your hair?
No.
Can I interrupt you real quick?
No.
Isn't the top too revealing?
No.
Will you cook dinner tonight?
No.
You will stop working after marriage, right?
No.
Do you want to have children?
No.
Aren't you tired of saying no?
No. No, 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 no. Audience, say this aloud with me. Just no.
Thank you, Venisha, for encouraging us to find strength in saying no.
अब हम यहाँ एक ऐसी शख्सियत के बारे में बात करेंगे जो न केवल हमारी ज़िंदगी की पहली गुरु होती है बल्कि हर मुश्किल घड़ी में हमारे साथ चट्टान की तरह खड़ी रहती है, माँ। सोचिए एक माँ कितनी तकलीफ़ों से गुजरती है लेकिन कभी भी हार नहीं मानती। चाहे कितनी भी चुनौतियों क्यों ना हो, उसके लिए उसकी दुनिया उसके बच्चे ही होते हैं।
Remember the famous dialogue from the movie Tare Zameen Par? Har bacha khas hota hai. With this very belief, a mother goes to any length for her child. Our next speech is about the struggles and determination of such mothers. So let us come together to encourage them and learn about their journey. I invite Sneha Vora and Devashri Shah to deliver the speech, Mother, by Zach Lesmester, Sarah Abbas, and Kaylin McCoy on this topic.
My mother is a tornado warning.
The calm before the storm.
The wind that flourishes through the wreckage,
Destroying everything that tried to destroy her. My mother isn't afraid of death. Death is afraid of my mother.
Death took my father when I was 2.
Death took my brother when I was 14. Death took my mother's marriage when I was 4, left her no choice but to leave a man who didn't love her.
To raise our family alone, even when my father's heart stopped beating.
When my brother was shot and we lowered his casket into the ground. And the shot of a woman death couldn't kill.
A woman who looked into the eyes of the storm.
And laughed in its face.
Laughed as it choked the air out of her lungs.
Laughed when God turned his back away. My mother became her own God. Made heaven out of hell.
Paradise out of pain.
Salvation out of sacrifice. Even when loss poured into our house like a flood.
Even when she had one less plate to fill.
My mother fashioned an ark from her suitcase.
Worked overtime to be the ghost sitting at her table.
Carved a new life from death with her own 2 hands.
Proved that a woman can make it without a man. My mother became the chief of a hospital.
My mother became a nurse.
My mother became an activist, turning burden into blade.
Cutting through the bears we face.
Cleaning up our wounds like she cleaned up our traumas.
She was my mother and father. She was my reason to live.
To breathe.
To stay strong in the face of every natural disaster. My mother taught me to gather death in my arms. Wear the ash across my face.
Wear my scars like warping.
Walk into battle with my heels on. My face beat for the gods. My mother taught me to be my own God. To rinse my tears with rain. To stand lightning rod tall. Stand up straight. Never look weak in public. Keep going even when the ground shakes beneath me. My mother taught me to be the calm before the storm. My mother taught me to be the storm. Who needs a Hail Mary when I can hail and thunder? Who needs a God to save me when I have my mother?
I am a hurricane.
An earthquake.
A wildfire.
I looked death into the eyes and didn't blink. I walked into the wars I might not win. Into storms I might not weather. Like my mother, I stayed calm. I fought. I will keep fighting.
I will bow to no one.
I will surrender to nothing. Mom, I'll never know how hard it was.
I'll never know how you survived.
But I'll never forget what you've done for me.
I love you more than anything.
I love you more than life.
I love you more than death can ever take away from us.
You were the first poem I wrote. And you're the only poem I need.
Thank you, Sneha and Devashri, for highlighting the unyielding spirit of mothers.
कोई तो हो.
निधि नरवाल की इस भावनात्मक और संवेदनशील कविता ने मानो मुझे प्रेम, दोस्ती और खुद की तलाश में मिलवाया है. एक सच्चा साथी कैसा हो?
बस इसी तलाश को साकार करने के लिए उनकी इस कविता ने मुझे मानो ऐसे प्रेरित किया जैसे घोर अंधेरे में किसी किरण का आना. यदि हमारे जीवन में एक ऐसा सच्चा साथी आ जाए जो राह के हर मोड़ पर हाथ थामे हमारे साथ खड़ा हो तो हर मुश्किल आसान हो जाए. इसी विचार को प्रस्तुत करने के लिए आ रही है प्रिया विश्वकर्मा.
बारिशें तुम मिले तो जागी ख्वाहिशें तुम मिले तो रंगों का ये सिलसिला। तुम मिले तो जादू छा गया, तुम मिले तो जीना आ गया, तुम मिले तो मैंने पाया है खुदा। कोई तो हो जो सुने तो सुने बस मेरी निगाह को, क्योंकि जुबान पर अक्सर ताले और नजरों में बहुत सारी कहानियां रखती हूँ। वो मुझसे बात करने आए और कहें कि मुझसे नजरें मिलाओ, फिर हो यूं कि वो कहे कि कुछ कहना चाहती हो, जो नहीं कहना चाहती वो तो मैंने सुन लिया। दिल तो हर जगह से टूटा हुआ है मेरा, दिल के हर कोने हर दीवार में छेद है, मगर कोई तो हो जो झांक कर अंदर आने में दिलचस्पी रखे, झांक कर भागने में नहीं। दिल ढेर हो चुका एक घर है जो मरम्मत नहीं मांगता, बस सोहबत मांगता है उस शख्स की जो कि इसकी टूटी हुई दीवारों के अंदर आकर इसे जोर जोर से बताए कि इसकी बची कुची दीवारें मैली है, जो रंगी जा सकती है। कुछ तस्वीरें टंगी है अभी पुरानी जो फेंकी जा सकती है। हाँ, वैसे काफी नुकसान हुआ है दरो दीवार के टूटने से, मगर इसकी बुनियाद अब भी सलामत है। कोई तो हो जो देखे तो देखे बस मुझको, कहे मुझसे कि ये मुस्कुराहट ना खूबसूरत तो है मगर खास नहीं। खास है ये जख्म जो तुमने कमाए हैं, पहने नहीं। कहे मुझसे कि ये खुशी मेरी है, मैं नहीं। कहे मुझसे कि जो मैं दिखती हूँ ना वो मैं हूँ नहीं। कहे मुझसे कि मैं अपनी नज़मों को अपनी जहन के आगे का पर्दा बना कर रखती हूँ, पर्दा जिसके आर पार दिखता हो। कहे मुझसे कि मेरी मुस्कुराहटें बस मेरी नाकाम कोशिशें हैं अपने जज्बात पर लगाम लगाने के लिए। कहे मुझसे कि ये नकाब उतार कर रख दे तू और आईना देख, महज खुद को देखने के लिए, छिपाने के लिए नहीं। कहे मुझसे कि तू दर्द का चेहरा है, दरारों से भरा हुआ, बिगड़ा हुआ दर्द जो हसीन है, इश्क है। कहे मुझसे कि तू दर्द है, हसीन है, इश्क है।
धन्यवाद प्रिया इस खूबसूरत प्रदर्शन के लिए जो प्रेम और दोस्ती की गहराई को छू गया।
कुपित यज्ञ सेनी कविता में महाभारत के उस निर्णायक क्षण का चित्रण है जब द्रौपदी अपमान का सामना करती है। उसके गहरे प्रश्न जैसे तीर समाज के नैतिक मूल्यों को चुनौती देते हैं।
उसकी आवाज़ में निराशा और दृढ़ संकल्प का मधुर संगम है जो दर्शाता है कि वह चुप नहीं रहने वाली। द्रौपदी श्री कृष्ण को स्मरण करती है जो आशा और न्याय के दिव्य प्रतीक है।
इस प्रकार कुपित यज्ञसेनी केवल व्यक्तिगत पीड़ा नहीं बल्कि हर महिला के लिए सम्मान और न्याय की एक अनंत पुकार बन जाती है जो समय की सीमाओं को पार करती है।
नैन्सी जिंजरिया क्षितेश श्रीजन द्वारा लिखित काव्य कुपित यज्ञसेनी को प्रस्तुत करेगी।
बोलो, अब आखिरी दांव खेलोगे?
अब दांव पर लगाने के लिए कुछ भी नहीं है हमारे पास।
अरे युधिष्ठिर, अभी तो दुनिया की सबसे मूल्यवान वस्तु बची हुई है तुम्हारे पास।
पांचाली!
सुनो वीर दुशासन, एक क्षण भी तुम ना गवाओ। पांचाली के बाल खींचते हुए सभा में लाओ।
छोड़ो मुझे।
जरा मुख तो दिखाओ पांचाली, हम भी तो देखे तुम्हारे चेहरे से अहंकार उतरा कि नहीं।
हे भीष्म पितामह, कुछ बोलो। कुलवधू है तुम्हें पुकार रही। दुर्योधन जो दुर्व्यवहार किया, तुम सबको क्या लगा सही? मेरे केश पकड़ कर लाया है। करता दुशासन दुर्व्यवहार। आर्यों की सब माताओं ने क्या नहीं दिया कोई संस्कार? मैंने तो दाव नहीं खेला चौसर की शाही क्रीड़ा में। जब दोष नहीं कहीं मेरा, तो क्यों मैं ऐसी पीड़ा में? संपत्ति न मैं किसी राजा की, जो हारे मुझे खेल जुआ। दादा, तुम तो नीति प्रिय हो, तब तुम क्यों यूं लाचार हुआ? द्रौपदी ने बारी बारी से प्रश्नों का ढेर लगा डाला। धृतराष्ट्र, विदुर और द्रोणा के मानो मोह पर हो डाला। आखिर मैं बरसी पांडव पर, आखिर मैं बरसी पांडव पर, किस बूते पर हो मेरे पिया? कुछ तो कहो बतारो, क्या सूझा? मुझको बासी में लगा दिया। मछली की आंख भेदना था, वो करके ब्याह के लाए हो। अर्जुन, गांडीव कहाँ गुम है? क्यों ऐसे शीश झुकाए हो? जब मीन चक्षु शांत किया, तब हृदय मेरा हर्षाया था। मन चाहा वर जो पाया था। मां कुंती ने मुझे बांट दिया, बन गए पति पांचों भाई। दुर्दशा देख ऐसी मेरी, तुम सबको लाज नहीं आई। मैं समझी थी बड़ भागन हूं, रणवीरों की मैं सबला हूं। पर अब ऐसा लगता मुझको, डरपोकों की मैं अबला हूं। है गदा कहां, गांडीव कहां, क्या जंग लगी तलवारों को? अरे घुंघरू बांधो, चूड़ियां पहनो, गलियों में नाचो छम छम छम। नहीं बेचारी मुझको समझो, नैहार से भाई बुलाए हम। हुआ पांचों का पलक्षीण तो क्या, मेरे कृष्ण अकेले काफी है। उदंड नीच आता ताई, तो कभी न देते माफी है। जो पता लगा मेरे वीरण को, तो वो क्षण भर देर न लगाएंगे। नंगे पैरों ऋणागति से मेरे वीर कन्हैया आएंगे, मेरे वीर कन्हैया आएंगे। नहीं भगनी मैं लाचारों की, मधुसूदन मेरा भाई है। लगता दुशासन दुर्योधन, तेरी मौत शीश पर आई है। होती है भ्रुकुटी वक्र जहां, कोहराम वहीं मच जाता है। केशव हथियार उठा ले तो काल भी न बच पाता है। श्री कृष्ण की ली इतना सुन गर्जा दुर्योधन।
दुशासन देर लगाओ ना, निर्वस्त्र करो पांचाली को, जंघा पर मेरी बिठाओ ना।
अग्रज की आज्ञा पाकर दुशासन पट को रहा खींच। द्रौपदी अधीर हुई मन से, साड़ी हाथों में रही पीछ। जब कुछ न सूझा तब देर भरी बोली, सुनिए मेरे गिरदारी, अब कोई नहीं अतिरिक्त तेरे। प्रभु लाज रखो है लाचारी। कान्हा की शान निराली है, वो दौड़े दौड़े आते हैं। जब कोई अर्ध पुकार करे तो निर्बल का बल बन जाते हैं। मुट्ठी भर तंदूर के बदले 2 लोक सुदामा पाया था। एक बार पुरंदर के कारण उंगली पर अचल उठाया था। अब की द्रौपदी की बारी थी, रो रो कर कृष्ण पुकारी थी। हो गए रास्ते बंद सभी, अब अंतिम राह मुरारी थी। अनवरत खींचता रहा चीर पर चूर, दूसरा पा न सका। हो गया चूर थक कर, साड़ी की था लगा न सका। था बहुत अचंभित दुर्शासन,
ये नारी है या साड़ी है? द्रौपदी में हार्ड मास भी है कि सारी नारी साड़ी है?
मूर्छित होकर गिरा दुशासन, निर्वस्त्र पांचाली कर न सका। 10 शस्त्र हस्त का बलशाली शर्मिंदा था, बस मर न सका। कभी या क्या सैनी ने नटवर को साड़ी का टुकड़ा बांधा था। बदले में आज मुरारी ने साड़ी में साड़ी बांधा था। श्री कृष्ण भाव के भूखे हैं, भक्तों की श्रद्धा प्यारी है। ऋण चुकता करते ब्याज सहित, माधव की लीला न्यारी है। माधव की लीला न्यारी है, माधव की लीला न्यारी है।
धन्यवाद नैन्सी इस भावनात्मक प्रस्तुति के लिए, जो सम्मान और साहस की गूंज को समय पर से ले जाती है। This night has truly been the definition of an exhilarating exploration, and as all good things do, it has come to an end.
The Performance Poetry Night has been an immaculately invigorating culmination of academics and artistry.
We express our heartfelt gratitude to the TGES Sound and Lighting team, Tushar sir, Prashant sir, Jatin bhai, the volunteers, Drupad, Shashwat, Yashka, Priyanshi, Astha, and Diya, and also Raju bhai for handling the mics and stage positioning.
But a special thank you to the teachers for believing in us and giving us their untiring support, be it for costumes, voice modulation, paralanguage, poem selection, edits, anchoring scripts, or the whole process itself. सही क्या है?
गलत क्या है?
ये सबक पढ़ाते हैं आप। सच क्या है?
झूठ क्या है? ये बातें समझाते हैं आप।
जब शिष्टता नहीं कुछ भी,
राहों को सरल बनाते हैं आप। Thank you. Please give them a huge round of applause.
Can we have all the participants on stage, please? Participants, compeers, volunteers, please everybody come on stage. So for us, the Performance Poetry Night has always meant 2 things. One, it is of course a showcase of talent. As you can see, so many talented people here. And the second is to give them a chance to talk about issues that are close to their heart. And today, from the darkness of suicidal thoughts to the beauty of the darkness of the night, from romantic love to love for oneself and our country, the participants have taken us on a journey with many emotional stops. We hope you have enjoyed today's performance. If you did, please stand up and give them a loud overhead clap. Participants, you've done a wonderful job. Thank you so much. Let's get ready for the national anthem, please. Assembly, Saudhan.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Assembly, Vishram. Thank you all once again for being here and have a good night. Teachers, Sujata ma'am, Bhavisha ma'am, please come join us on stage for a photograph. Thank you, everybody. Properly for a photograph. Shorter people in front, come on.